I first met Jessica Baer in 2011 when she attended our Mitzvah Clown program with her father, Michael. It's 3 years later, and Jess is still involved. I want to share with you recent experiences that I think personify Jess. On Purim, Jess volunteered as a mitzvah clown for the carnival at her synagogue, the Fair Lawn Jewish Center, and immediately after came to join the Areyvut mitzvah clowns for our annual Purim visit to Care 1. Jess spent the day bringing joy to kids and seniors. The following night, she volunteered at Jad's Purim party to help those with special needs. The next week, immediately after volunteering at Pony Power, a therapeutic riding program in Mawa, Jess came to a B'nai Mitzvah fair we ran at Yeshiva Noam in Paramus to represent Breaking the Chain, an agency dedicated to eradicating child slavery in Ghana that many of you know of because of her efforts. Her participation in the fair was a highlight for many of the students and parents. They were inspired that Jess, a student, was running the table and representing Breaking the Chain. Through her efforts on Purim and at the fair, Jess directly interacted with and impacted more than 500 people, and these are just a few small examples of how she impacts others. Jess realizes how fortunate she is and is committed to making a difference. She always does so with a smile, sense of pleasure, and enjoyment. Whether it's mitzvah clowning with Areyvut, being an active volunteer in Pony Power, teaching others about breaking the chain, starting and running service clubs at her school, or helping out at Shul, Jess continues to do what she can to raise awareness, give of her time for causes that are important to her, and in the process, connects those around her to issues, action, and involvement. Jess has taught us all the power of one, how one person can make a difference. I am inspired by her example. Her volunteering and communal leadership has profoundly influenced her family, friends, the agencies she has worked with, and their communities. She's only a freshman in high school, and she has already achieved more than many complete in a lifetime. I am confident that Jess will continue to engage others, be actively involved in the community, and help others throughout her life.
It's a pleasure for me to be able to extend to you wishes of Mazel Tov on behalf of our entire congregation. The words of the psalmist ring true when we think of you. Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha, bo lefanav birnana. That we should serve God with a smiling face, with a happy countenance. You bring all of your gifts to everything that you do, your own sense of joy, your own sense of happiness. You are always willing to contribute to our synagogue in the little ways and to our community in the big ways. The way that you come and help us with the minyan during the week, in the evenings, when you're available, and help us to have a quorum for prayer. Always there, always ready to be counted on. And when I think of you, I think of somebody who can always be counted on. You're such a giving person, the way that you give to others. Your work as a mitzvah clown and your work in breaking the chain through education are exemplary models of how we are supposed to give back to others as Jewish people. Our tradition teaches us, Kol Yisrael Arevim Zeh Bazeh, that each and every Jewish person is responsible for other people in the world as well. Your wonderful example to others is something that teaches all of us that there really are wonderful, unique contributions that we can all make to make the world a better place.
Jessica is a very giving, caring person who loves children and loves justice. And when we go on these trips, we travel hard. And we traveled this last trip from breakfast till dinner. Jessica has never complained, never whined, never asked for anything. And just her willingness and understanding of what this is all about is kind of what sums up Jessica.
Jessica is the kind of person that doesn't say no to any opportunity that is brought her way, no matter what she's doing or anything that she is involved with. She never says no. She's the kind of person that wholeheartedly jumps into anything that she's involved with. So between mitzvah clowning and breaking the chain, she loves everything that she does. She has a huge passion for helping other people. She has helped me become the person that I am today by involving me in both of her mitzvah projects. I've went clowning with her, and I have been to Areyvut with her, and I definitely wouldn't have been in either of those experiences without her.
Jessica is a quiet, reserved person, really not an extrovert. But when she puts on that clown outfit and turns into Turtles the Clown, the first time I saw her interacting with special needs children or elderly, spinning plates or making balloon animals, it really just brought tears to my eyes.
We try to instill in our kids to be part of a community, and Jessica's really, really involved. She loves to mitzvah clown with Areyvut, and she helps out at Pony Powers with kids who need equine therapy. And then not only being part of the community, Jessica has really taken it one step further. And with the work that she's doing with Breaking the Chain, she's making our community bigger. And you know, we're off to Africa, and she's trying to help the kids of Ghana, and it's really amazing.
We're really seeing her becoming a leader, starting the club at the high school and getting other people involved and running fundraisers and taking initiative. I think that's probably the biggest thing that Jessica has gotten out of all this, is taking initiative and, you know, running programs,
Right,
which
being
is
a
amazing,
leader.
which is just unbelievable and heartwarming for us as parents
Very proud.
to see that. We're very proud parents. It's definitely brought us closer, and we have a lot of fun with whatever we do. We're a fun family.
I was in 6th grade, and my dad showed me an article in the Jewish Standard that said, "Do you want to be a clown?" So my dad asked me if I wanted to do it, and I said, yeah. I'm involved in Breaking the Chain and an organization, Pony Powers. Breaking the Chain is an organization that helps rescue child slaves in Ghana, Africa. So I invented a club in my school that helps them. And Pony Powers, every Monday I go to a horse ranch and help kids with their problems. It's therapeutic riding. What motivates me is seeing all the kids' reactions. All 3 organizations I work with involve kids, so I like seeing the reactions and smiles on their faces. Areyvut's impacted my life by just seeing how kids get so excited over a clown. I've always liked clowns, so seeing the reactions when you make a balloon animal. My communal involvement has impacted me by, I really like doing it, and to me it doesn't seem like work, it's my passion. So once you find your passion and what you want to do, there are tons of organizations out there, so you'll definitely find something, and then it's just fun from there.
Areyvut is thrilled to be recognizing Shira Hammerman for her leadership and communal involvement. I initially met Shira in 2003 when Areyvut was asked to develop lesson plans for a museum project for Learning to Give. Shira developed lesson plans on tolerance, tikkun olam, tzedakah, and the environment. It was clear to me that I and Areyvut could gain a great deal from her perspective and involvement, so I asked Shira to join the Areyvut staff in early 2004. And since that time, she has served as our educational consultant. Shira has been invaluable to Areyvut and has directly impacted many of you. She has developed the content for Areyvut's A Kindness a Day calendar. It is no easy task to develop 365 action items and identify corresponding texts. Shira did it while adding a connection to the Parsha and the Chagim so the calendar would be an even more effective resource. She has played a prominent role in developing the educational materials for our National Mitzvah Day, which over the years has engaged thousands throughout the country in hands-on projects actively contributing to their communities. Currently, Shira is part of the Areyvut team for J-Link and is helping to implement a family education program for 3- and 4-year-olds at Temple Beth Shalom in Mahopac. In addition to serving as a resource for Areyvut, Shira is an active Wexner alum who is involved in Kushner. Her shul leads a curricular team at JTS and volunteers in the community, all while completing her PhD in education and, together with Barry, raising her family. Many of you here today know Shira through one of these efforts, but are probably unaware of the scope of her communal involvement. Shira's passion for Jewish education and involvement is something that she and Barry are passing on to Ariel, Eitan, Aliyah, and Dahlia. They have attended Areyvut programs as a family, and their participation has facilitated others to get involved. Shira is committed to making sure that participants have an authentic Jewish experience. She incorporates Jewish texts and values into every program. When she sees a void, she works to address it. One such example is the Shabbat morning tefillah program that Shira created and runs at her shul. The program combines songs, stories, dance, and tefillah for children in preschool and kindergarten. Many people will be satisfied with the status quo. However, Shira has high standards, and when she sees an issue or program that can be improved, she doesn't simply tell someone and walk away. She leads by example and gives of herself to provide others with opportunities to grow and flourish. Knowing Shira, I am confident the songs, books, and other aspects of the program are updated regularly and relate to the holiday and/or Parsha. Shira always reflects and thinks of how she can enhance the educational experience and make it more fun for all those involved. The two most recent examples of this are creating a QR code that directs people to the Areyvut websites and a video we made at the Jailing program last month to help extend the learning for families. These efforts engage others in the core Jewish values of Chesed, Tzedakah, Tikkun Olam, and that is what Shira Hammerman is all about. Through her efforts for Areyvut and the variety of causes she is involved with, Shira is responsible for creating Jewish wow moments that last a lifetime. I have learned a great deal from her and feel fortunate to call her a friend and colleague. I hope to have the pleasure and honor of learning from and working with Shira, the mighty Hammerman, for many more years.
I grew up in a community that was small. It was in Lower Merion, just outside Philadelphia, and it required that people be involved in order for there to be a strong community. And I grew up in a household where my father's job was working for Hillel, so everything was about Jewish life and how we can improve Jewish life. And I grew up knowing the importance of that was the way we were going to create a strong Jewish future. And I think from that, I took that message to heart. And so I really believe that that's something unique about Judaism and about Jewish life, and something that if we want it to continue, we all need to do our part. So I've worked on a bunch of the presentations that Areyvut has done. I created the 7 C's of Tikkun Olam, which was a slideshow which basically took through different ways that we can help make the world a better place. I did a tech study session at the Teen Philanthropy Conference that Areyvut hosted, and I worked on the Kindness Today calendar when it was actually being printed and we were selling them. So I had a lot of fun thinking of all the different things that you can do in order to just add a little bit of kindness to your day. The simplest things like saying hello to the doorman, giving an umbrella to someone who needs it, and sat with the text and tried to match them up closely so that it would be very integrated and aligned. So right now, the way I spend a lot of my time in the community is in West Orange at my shul, ABJ&D, Ahavat Achim B'nai Jacob and David. And I work a lot on the youth programming. I'm chairing the youth committee this year. I'm also on the board. I've done a lot of work with the groups, helping to reimagine what our toddler program can look like to make it into a real synagogue service. So for the past 3 years, I have been working on a congregational school curriculum for the Melton Center at the Jewish Theological Seminary. And it is a follow-up to the Etgar curriculum that was written several years back. And I'm writing for 3rd through 5th graders. We're creating a curriculum that integrates different aspects of Judaica using technology, art, family education, and text as a focus. And it's been a great experience. I also get to do the professional development seminars, the webinars, it's all online, that we do for teachers and the educational directors. And the curriculum this year, for the first year, has been open to the public, and schools have started to use it, so it's been very exciting. My involvement with Areyvut has given me the opportunity to think very differently about Tikkun Olam and about what it looks like to add that message to your everyday life. And I think from every program that I've done, I've taken ideas and used them in my family, in my community. I definitely, because of Areyvut, I have a much stronger focus on on integrating chesed. It's something that we've started doing in our shul a lot more, and I really credit Areyvut with inspiring me to do that. It's something that I do with my family more. We go, on a monthly basis to the Jewish Relief Agency. We deliver packages, and I've taken my kids to visit people in the community who don't get visitors, and I really think it all started with my involvement with Areyvut. So I think that the one thing that has really impacted me over the many years that I've been involved in Areyvut is working with Daniel. That when I first met him, I remember his passion for what he does, and it just comes through in everything. And I think that in of itself is inspiring in terms of getting people involved and making things work and really making a difference.
I really like that my mom brings me to all the Jewish Relief Agency programs that she can, because it's a really good deed, and it's really fun delivering packages and giving it to people who can't go out of their house to get food or things that they need. I like when my mom brings me to Mishmash because you get to learn there and it's fun. And I love learning with my mom. It's just so fun.
Shira is always gives 110% everything she does. And whether it's helping out with the shul, whether it's what has been her key focus is being on the youth committee, everything she does is about the family, both our family as well as the families of the community at large. And for me to watch her have that position, have that role in the family, and for the kids to grow up in an environment where they see what's so important to her and what's so important to the community through her is an irreplaceable aspect of Shira, and one that I'm always grateful for.
I think that anyone can get involved in the community, regardless of what their interests are, what their talents are. There's something for everybody. And I think that it just takes a phone call. It's finding out who the right person to connect with. That's really the most important part. I think sometimes you need to ask to get involved, that people don't always know that you want to. And though it's nice when an institution's reaching out to other people, sometimes it's not practical, and you need to kind of make that first step, and once you do, it's very rewarding, and it can change your life.